My name is Princess Omadi, and you're very much welcome to another episode of Affairs with Princess Omadi. Today we are going to round off the 21 Reasons Men Come Back After a Breakup. And I'm sure you enjoyed the last episode. If you didn't see it, go back and see it, okay? It is 21 Reasons Men Come Back After a Breakup. It is educative. It is everything packed in one. And today we're going to finish it up, all right? All right, so let's get right into it. The 12th reason why a man will come back after a breakup is he's coming back to use you again. Most of these guys are users. Most of them are pronounced, they are known takers. So they come back to finish up what they started. They come back to take what's left. They come back to sap the remaining energy that they felt they left behind. Now, someone out there might be like, this is too much on the guys. Not everybody, not all men come back for this reason. All right, we are just referring to those who does. And now we are telling the ladies to do what? Back it up. No more taking in. They come back because they think all ladies are emotionally weak, and just a little pressing of the right button, everything will be all right again. It's their welcome back. It is time we show them how strong we are. All right. They come back to see if you're still available as a backup. Wow. Wow. So, I will tell you a story about a young lady that was in a relationship with a young man. It got to a point, the young man told her that the parents does not like her, and they does not like her denomination, religious denomination. So the marriage will not work. He went ahead, married who he wanted to marry, came back to this same lady, telling her that she's the one he loves. And this auntie hung on to him, was faithful to him. So she became a side chick in a relationship that she started. Wow. So most of these guys come back to use you as a backup, to see if you're still available to be a backup. That's a very bad one. Most of them, like we said earlier in our other video, that to whom honor is due, we should extend it. All right, most of these guys come back to see if you've really changed. All right, and most times these breakups are caused by the ladies. Yes, we know ourselves. We are aware of our imperfections. Most ladies have very intolerable shortcomings, and possibly the guy might have pointed them out time and again, being something you've been accustomed to for so many years. You can't drop it at once. Maybe you decided to work on yourself. Maybe the guy became impatient. Maybe you didn't even work on yourself. The guy decided to leave. Maybe if he really loves you, if he really loved you, he might decide to come back and see if things are still the way it was, or there have been positive changes. He can just come back, check it. If no, then he might go back again. So if a guy leaves you for some reasons that he pointed out to you, and you've checked yourself and realized that, yeah, it is true, I am of the opinion that you work on yourself, all right? This notion of, this is me, the right person will love me for who I am. If you've got bad attitude, bad characters, nobody likes those things. So it's proper, it is advisable, it is wise. It will be virtuous of you to work on yourself. Nobody is perfect, but you admitting your imperfection and investing into it, investing into being perfect, things will definitely turn out right. All right, I'm trying to be as fast as possible just so that I will save your time, and we can get right to the point. The next one is he sees your happiness as a threat. Most of these men are devils incarnate. Most of them does not even want to see you happy for a moment. All right? Now, when you finally start accepting the fact that he's no longer there, accepting the fact that, yeah, he broke up with you, and you're a human being, and you've got control over your own happiness, and you begin to give yourself self-joy, and you begin to consider other men, they come back to do what? To stop it again. All right, so as wrong as it may sound, as horrible as it may sound, that is the case for so many ladies. And then when these guys come back, we feel flattered, we feel so wow, we feel like, oh, he came back for me, he must really have loved me, I will give him another chance. It's good you look deeper, it's good you take it to God in prayer, it's good you think. It's good you consider the reason why he left. A man who loves you, who really, really loves you, will not leave you in the first place. All right, so they come back because they do not want someone else to have the good things they had. How selfish of them, right? Yeah. As bad as it might sound, that is some of these reasons. They come back because they don't want another man to have a taste of what he had. They don't want another man to have the good woman he had. But he does not have the decency, the moral decency, the responsibility. He does not have, I don't even know how to put this. He does not even have the guts to safeguard what he had. From the onset, he had to leave first to be able to realize what he had. I'm sorry, but we need to get this policy. We need to get this principle to ourselves that when a man leaves us, it is a no-no for the fact that he left for the wrong reasons. He left for something that would have been talked about, dialogue possibly, over one-on-one talk, and everything will be fine. Then he decides to leave because maybe he's tired of seeing you. He's tired of, we will get to that particular topic of tired of seeing you. Here in Nigeria, it is called see finish. When someone has seen you finish, it means you don't have any value to them anymore. You've got no sense of worth to them anymore, like things like that. But then we're going to talk about this some other time, okay? Most of them come back because they feel that they can control you and get whatever they want out of you. Now, that is well self-explained. He comes back to mend his ego, to feed his ego. When he brags to his friend that if I want her back, I can get her back. The kind of situations, then they come back to do or fulfill the pledge that they can get you back. And then when you open your arms to welcome him, you're making that true. Number 19, they come back because they know you don't have boundaries. We talked about having boundaries in our very first session, okay? I'll drop the link, you just click it. We talked about having boundaries before you step into a relationship. This will help you curtail a lot of things. This will help you abet a lot of things. This will help you know when things are crossing its limits, when things are getting into your space, when some matters are exceeding your tolerance range. It will help you know that this is a no for me, this is a yes for me, this I cannot accept, this I can accept. All right, so when things that you do not accept start stepping into the situation and into the sin, you can boldly, unapologetically say, no, this isn't what I bargained for. And you can step out with yourself fully intact, with your peace of mind fully sane, with your whole being still peaceful. So boundaries are very important. You need to set boundaries. If you're a lady in a relationship and you don't have boundaries, everything goes. It is so wrong. It will put you in a situation of anything goes, and it's wrong. Anything should not just go. There are things that you as a human being cannot tolerate, should not tolerate. And even as a woman in a relationship, there are things you should not take. All right, I'm saying this with all humility, and you should take it and accept it in all humility. There are things you should not accept in a relationship. It makes you lose respect. It makes you look cheap and desperate. It makes you look valueless. All right? So work on this. And the other reason why they come back is because they want sex. As bad as it may sound, as horrible as it may sound, as unrealistic as it may look, this is part of the reason they come back. They come back to have sex. Maybe all the while they've been trying their luck with other women. It's not been going on well. It's not been working out fine. So there's a sperm buildup in their scrotum. There's a sperm buildup in their testicles. They just have to get it out. So they need you again. So they come back with all the sweet talks, with all the sweet words, with all that. I love you to the moon and back. I'm sorry I left. I never meant to. I was just having emotional breakdown, nervous breakdown, all kinds of breakdown. I am sorry. Can we just get this working again? I really miss you. I really love you. These are their words, and even worse, or even better. Okay, so when this happens, when these things are in place, they just go back. And most ladies, a lot of us, out of love, out of it's love, right? It's affection, the passion you have, the soul ties you have with this person. The sex is usually sex is usually the comeback gift. So most times the day he comes back is the day they sleep with you, and the next day they might just have the good thing going on for a week or a month, and it won't be long before they leave. When they find who they are looking for, they leave, actually. So this comes back to what? Premarital sex. It is not right for you to sleep with someone you're not married to, as hard as it may sound, as impossible as it may sound, as unrealistic as it may sound. Why not hold on for a while? Hold on. If this guy really loves you, he should wait for you. And you commit yourself to the Lord. Commit your urge to the Lord. Commit your passion to the Lord. Let him help you, put you under control. All right, that is the work of the Holy Spirit, and that is why we should always have a good walk with God. All right. So when a man knows that even when he was in a relationship with you, he was getting another, so there is no way he will come back because of this, because he never got it. And then our body count will stop increasing. Okay. Number 21, they come back because the good thing they went out to search for, they didn't find it, so they come back to you. That is readily available. So bad, right? So terrible. Readily available. Is that what they call us? All right. When they look for things, when they look for their spec, they don't find. When they look for the lady, they think they will give them what they need, what they think they are missing. They don't find. They come back to us. Then we open up our arms and welcome them. I told you before that giving an ex another chance is like giving them an extra bullet, because it missed the first chance. And most of these people, they come back to ruin our mental peace. They come back to ruin our mental health, our physical stability, our emotional stability. Okay, so it is high time we back it up. It is high time we stop giving them that chance. It is high time we get it together as women. I mean, there were days where women were the beautiful players, where women were had it in control, where men will run around us. What happened to these days? Right now, we're just the Teletubbies. We're just the loving doving that loses everything at the sight of the man she loves. I told you in my other video that it is good for a woman to love with her head and with her heart. These two balances it out. These two makes you reason. These two make you love and reason. But when you love with just your heart, you might be making stupid decisions and things that are not healthy to you. But when you love with just your head, you might be just doing calculation and miss the good thing God has for you. But while these two things are in place, you also need to love with prayer. You also need to put things in prayer altar. You also need to table things to your Father in heaven. He said in Proverbs that you should table your plans to me and I'll make them successful. You should also pray the prayer of God, removing unfriendly friends from me. Lord, this man is coming into my life. Should I take him back? Should I not? Pray about it. It goes a long way. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe, share our videos, like it, give me a thumbs up, please. I need that. Okay, drop your comment, let us interact, let's chat. Okay, thank you for joining. I really appreciate your presence, and I love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.